Hey, that's recording, we're flashing, we're rolling. Okay, I'm back again. I want to talk to you today. About another thing to do against hooks. Yeah, and what I've shown you already to do against hooks was to do downward slips. Yeah, downward slips as the hook comes over your head, and then you probably shuffle step to the side, and then do things like that, as you've seen me do in my previous video lessons. Yeah, so when the hook comes to your head, downward slip, let it go over your head. Or if it comes to this side, downward slip, and it comes over my head. And I shoot out, boom, boom, and grazing on the chin would be a knockout punch. Now there's another way to do it, and it's using rolling. It's using rolling. So I'll explain it to you. Say for instance the person hooks you around this side, hooking to this side here, yeah? So if he's hooking me to this side, it's coming around here. Yeah, so if he's throwing the hook here, yeah, if he's throwing the hook around here and it's coming around to me here, yeah, what you want to do, yeah, you'll have your legs bent obviously, is slip away from that hook that's coming to you to bring the power out of it obviously, and then roll to the other side and then lead home run hook. Yeah, so I can get in the picture a bit better. Yeah, so as the hook comes to you here, obviously your legs are going to be bent, the hook comes to you here, slip away from it in the opposite direction and roll to the other side. Yeah, going underneath it and then lead home run hook to graze the outside of the chin. Yeah, and the same obviously on the other side. Yeah, so if the hook this time is coming to this side of me here, yeah, so if he's like this, throwing the hook around, coming around to hit me here, I slip to the left. I'll slip to the left away from the hook and roll to the other to my right side, going underneath the hook, yeah, and then I'll slip left and bang the rear home run hook, and then slip back to my right, and then roll to my left, and then probably give him a lead home run hook. Yeah. So let me go over that again. The original first hook that's coming this side around. Yeah. It's coming to this side of me here. What I do, my legs are bent, I'm going to slip in the opposite direction of this hook that's coming around, yeah, moving away from it, yeah, so I slip to my right, and then I roll underneath it to my left, yeah, at which point I could shoot forward with a lead home run hook grazing the outside of his chin, and that would probably be a knockout. Or, yeah, say for instance, again the hook is coming around this side, yeah, it's coming around this side, and it's going to hit me here. I'll slip to my right, roll underneath it to the left side, but then if his other punch on this side is also now coming around to try and catch me on this side, yeah, it's coming around this side here, I'll slip to my left away from that punch as well, yeah, and then just roll to my right, then slip left and rear home run hook him. Yeah, and vice versa on the other side as well. So let's just say if the punch is now coming to this side here, so he's throwing a lead hook. Yeah, he's throwing a lead hook at me here. So if the lead hook is coming at me here, yeah, the legs are going to be bent, and the lead hook's coming at me here, I'll slip away from it. Yeah, I'll slip away from it because it's coming here. So I slip away from it. I'll roll underneath it. But if he then tries to throw a hook, a fast hook on the other side to try and get me here, yeah, then I'll just slip away from that as well to the right, and then roll to my left, then lead home run hook. Yeah, like so. And after doing that lead home run hook, there's nothing to stop me from rolling back to the other side. Yeah, slipping left, roll to the other side, and slip left, and rear home run hook on that side as well, you see. Yeah, so that's how you could deal with the hooks as well as doing downward slips, you see. So if the hook coming to this side, slip, roll around, lead home run hook. Yeah, the hook comes to this side, slip to the left, roll, slip left, rear home run hook. Yeah. If the hook comes to this side, slip away from it, go to the other side. But if it's suddenly coming in that side, slip to the right, roll the other way, lead home run hook. And if you like, again, slip to the other side and slip left, rear home run hooking. Yeah. So if you play all that back, the instructions are there, everything, I've set it all out, but that is another way to deal with the hooks. But also, if he throws a jab at you, or even if he throws the rear cross, yeah, yeah. So if this is him, he throws that jab, he throws that rear cross at you, yeah. Say you slip to the right. He's thrown the jab or the cross at your head, and you've slipped it. You slipped right, yeah. Now, think about this, yeah. The only thing after throwing that jab or throwing that cross, yeah, is the only thing that's going to come now is a rear cross, isn't it? Because I'm down here, so obviously he's going to try and hit me down here, so he's going to throw a rear cross. And because I'm already down here, as he throws that rear cross, what I've got to do is roll to the left, then lead home run hook. Yeah? And then again I could roll to the right if I like, slip left and rear home run hooking. Couldn't I? Or, say for instance, he's throwing the jab. He throws the jab, I slip to my right, yeah, he throws that jab at my head here. He throws the jab, yeah, throws the jab, and I slip right a bit. What's the only thing that can now come to my head? Well, my head's down here. My head is down here. What's the only thing that could follow that after a jab? Well, he could probably try reaching me with a rear straight hand, a rear cross, or he could try again, like I say, throwing a rear hook to try and hit me down here. It doesn't matter if he throws a rear straight hand or a rear hook. Either one, I just simply roll underneath both of them, whichever one it happens to be. So I'll roll to my left. Yeah, coming underneath both of them, lead home run hook. Or, say for instance, again, I've slipped to the right after he's thrown the jab at me. Yeah, I've slipped to the right of it, and he now, like I say, he can either throw the cross or he can throw the rear hook. Yeah, again, I just roll underneath both of those, but then I could also just roll back to the other side, yeah, and slip left and rear home run hook. I could do that. So again, he throws a jab, I slip to the right of the jab. The only thing that can come now is a rear cross or a rear hook trying to reach me down here. As they do, I just roll underneath them to the left, and then if I choose to try and outwit him, quickly roll back to the right, slip left and rear home run hook. Yeah, so that's another way to deal with the hooks. And you've probably seen a lot of street fighters move like that. Yeah, they'll be like this. They'll be slipping left, right, and then suddenly when something's thrown at them, they'll move away from that punch coming at them and roll underneath it. And when the person tries to hit them with the other hand, they'll move away from it and roll underneath that. And then just keep the head moving. You know, just keep yourself, you know, just moving. Like so. And when what they normally do after scoring a heavy blow, so say for instance, yeah, person tried to hook him here on this side, they've moved away from it, rolled underneath it, and then slipped left and rear home run hook, and the guy has stumbled back after that hook, then they normally just follow up with more hooks coming as the person's stumbling back, boom, 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 going into them. So once you get the person off balance, you go into him. So if your street fighter's like this, you know, doing this, and suddenly the first thing that's thrown at him, he moves away from it, rolls underneath it, something else is thrown at him on this side, so he'll move away from that and roll underneath that, and then quickly score a shot, slip left, rear home run hook, and might, just to back it up with a few more shots, then quickly slip to the right and roll left, and give it a shot there, yeah, and then probably one more time, slip to the left, roll to the right, and lead, and slip left and rear home run hook. That's when he might suddenly find he's got the person in trouble, and the person's stumbling back. Then that's where you would follow him, coming in, boom, 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 as he's stumbling back, banging in the hooks into his head. You see. So it's kind of a street fighting sort of thing. Practice it, give it a go, yeah, and you'll possibly get the hang of it. Okay, let's see what time is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over a few things that you've seen me do on the numbered bag. Yeah, I'm just going to go over as I call this a few of my favourite things. Yeah, this is a few of my favourite things that I like to do. So I'm just going to do them on this bag. You see me do them on the numbered bag, the peekaboo numbered bag. You see me do that. But now I'm going to do them on a bag with no numbers. So it'll be a completely different thing, won't it? Because you're used to seeing me punch a bag with all numbers all over it. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 in the middle here, 8 at the side there. You're used to seeing me do that. So the time's good, it's rolling. I'm a quick drink actually. You're probably there shouting at me, get on with it, Kyle, but you know I'm thirsty, so I actually wrote down a few of the ideas that I want to do. Yeah, okay. I know what the first thing is. Actually, that wasn't the first thing I was going to do, but I'm going to do it anyway because I like this technique. Yeah. And you'll like this one because it's a double knockout. This one's a double knockout. I learned this one from actually watching this really short kid, this really little kid fighting a really tall kid, a tall skinny kid. I mean, he towered above him, and he knocked the kid out. The short kid knocked the tall kid out with this technique. You've seen me do this before on the numbers bag, so you're probably going to be familiar with it. What he did, he slanted to the right, he fired the lead jab, yeah, and then he bent his legs as he slipped to the left and fired a rear body hook. So he lowered himself as he slipped to the left and fired a rear body hook. Then he pounced upwards, firing a lead hook and then a rear hook, grazing the outsides of the chin here, like so. Yeah, boom, boom, and obviously that would knock anybody out. But what he did, he camouflaged those last two shots by just slanting to the right, putting the jab in his face and being on his side, so the guy's not expecting anything to come around the other side, and then bent his legs and made, as he hit the body, as he slipped left, bent his leg and hit the body, he placed the guy's attention went to the body shot here. So his attention wasn't here, and even if it was not going to be quick enough to see the rear shot coming, which was genius, absolutely genius, and he knocked the guy out clean, just this little kid. So he slanted to the right, he threw the jab straight up the pipe, bent his leg, slipped left, hit the body, yeah, and then shot up, coming up with a big home run hook, big home run hook, yeah. So that's what it was. So it was, you see, that's what it was. I mean, you can even double jab it if you like, yeah, because the double jab is what gets you in there. I mean, if your single jab is not helping you, then double it up and that will help you. That'll get you in, yeah. Boom, boom. That'll push forward, and then you can do your business. Like I say, again with a single jab, legs bent. Now, I myself in sparring used this against a guy who was cheating. I mean, don't you hate those guys that you spar with and they cheat? They feel like they've got to prove something on you in front of everyone else and to themselves at your expense, where you're holding back all your power because it's just sparring. You don't want to hurt the guy, but he doesn't give a toss. He wants to break your nose and everything, and you know, and the instructor at the same time is just keeping his mouth shut. You can see it's all wrong. Yeah, you can see the piss is being taken here, but he stays quiet. I mean, yeah, I've been in that situation. I've been on the receiving end of that. And that's why I just wouldn't spar with that guy ever again. You know, it's like they asked me to spar with him. I said, "Nah, that's all right, mate. I haven't sparred with him." He did nuts in the head. But I caught the guy who was doing all that to me. I thought, all right, yeah. But I did hold the power back when I did do it. But even holding the power back, it shook him. Yeah. So he come at me to try and take my head off, to try and cause me some real injury, like give me an actual proper black eye, or actually fracture or break my nose. He came in to do that. So I slipped. So I slanted to my right and shot the jab straight up into his head, but then slipped to my left, hit the body, distracted him, and then boom, boom, round each side of his jaw here, boom, boom, on both sides of the jaw, and obviously that shook him up. But I held back the power on that as well, but it still shook him up. So it's a powerful technique, you see. So what do I want to go over next? I've written them all down, you see. Right. Let's go to number 1 for frame 1. 2. There's 1. Right. Oh, I know what this one is. Okay. I learned this one from Ferocious Daryl Williams. Yeah? Ferocious Daryl Williams. He's a peekaboo fighter from London, and he's our champ. He's our British champ, peekaboo fighter in London. Yeah. And there's 2 techniques I want to show you. I learned both of these techniques from watching him. Okay, so I credit both of these techniques to Ferocious Daryl Williams. Yeah, because these 2 give me confidence because they're brilliant techniques, you see. Okay, the first one is just there's no stepping forward with this. It's just thrusting forward. It's just shooting forward. And what we're going to do, we're going to be slanted to the right, and we're going to put the jab straight up the pipe in his face. But we're not going to step. We're not going to take a step. We're just going to shoot forward. There's no stepping. It's just both feet like that at the side of each other. Yeah. So there's no stepping. It's just like so. You don't take any steps. You just both feet stay next to each other and just shoot forward. So it doesn't. So the guy won't have a chance to even tell it's coming. Obviously your legs are going to be bent, and you're just going to put the jab in his face, and that will knock him back. At which point, yeah, because I've explained this actually in another video, so you're probably familiar with this. So at which point, yeah, after putting that jab straight in his face and knocking him back, you would then take it just like you did with the feet coming forward, just with the feet now at the side, the feet side by side now, just move slightly like that to the left. Yeah, no stepping, just, or you can if you like, but how would I do it? So I'm here. I kind of do a little tiny little shuffle step. I do a tiny little shuffle step. So it's like that. So yeah, but it's fast. I do it like that, just to get just slightly on the left, to be able to fire my uppercut straight up the centre of his guard 3 times. You see. So it would look like this, and that is fast, that is quick, that is pure knocking a guy out. So doing it slow, shooting forward with that jab, just shoot forward, put that jab in his face, slight little shuffle step to the left, and banging. Obviously your head, you'll probably slip to the right, you know, just tilt it down to, you know, maybe like a downward slip, to get down, to be able to fire the uppercuts straight up the centre. Yeah? Like that kind of thing. So you can then boom, boom, boom. And so obviously you can see what's happening there. Yeah? You shoot that into his face, no stepping, just shooting forward. Yeah, then shuffle step to the left a little bit, get your head, you know, do like a downward slip kind of thing, to be able to then bring up these uppercuts straight up through his guard. Okay. The next thing I learnt, have to credit to him, was as you see me doing movement, is like this. Is where I slip to my legs are bent. Where I'll slip to my right, yeah, and then roll to my left as I move diagonally to the left, shuffle stepping along to the left. And if you want a more full explanation of that, look on the lesson video called Movement. Okay, so I'll slip to my right, I'm going to roll to my left, and as I roll to my left, I'm going to get to the left side of him, yeah, and shuffle stepping forwards. So I'm now here. So I'm now here at the side of him where you can't see the punches coming. He's probably expecting me to throw a lead hook here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do after doing that is then roll. I'm going to roll to my right instead, and my rear foot is going to come forward, so I'm almost sort of squaring up, yeah, but not too much so I lose balance, yeah. So if my feet are like this, if this is my rear foot, it's going to come up, so it's at the side of this one, but not completely. So if I get pushed, I get tilted back, but just back slightly. So if I do get pushed, I've got that to, you know, to push back forward with. So I'm on the left side. I'm going to roll to the right, and the rear foot's going to come up. Yeah, and now I'm in position to fire. I think it's a triple uppercuts with the rear hand straight up the centre of the pipe. Yeah. So if this is his guard here, yeah, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So if I've done the roll thing and got to the left side of him here, I now roll to the right and bring my rear foot up and square up. Yeah. I'm now, as you can see, in position to boom, 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 start banging up rear uppercuts straight up his chin, straight up the guard, up into his chin, causing damage. And that's what that would look like, you see. So I credit that one to ferocious Darryl Williams. Right, so the next one, what's the next trick going to be? So it's 25 minutes, it's flashing, it's all good. Okay, 2, what am I going to do? 7, slip left, 1, okay, don't slips, okay, right, I know what I'm going to do now, so I've covered that. Right, another one of my favourite things to do is this. Actually, I won't need the gloves for this because I'm going to describe what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is I'm slanting to the left. I'm slanting to the left, yeah, and then I'm going to come up, I'm going to fire 2 jabs, yeah, but as I've said before, yeah, on the second jab, you slip left simultaneously as you throw the second jab, yeah? So you throw the first jab, but as you throw the second jab, you simultaneously slip left at the same time, yeah? So I'm slanting to my left, I go 1 jab, 2 jabs, slip left, yeah, and then I'm going to do a lead hook, a lead home run hook, then I'm going to slip left, shuffle step left, and triple rear home run uppercuts. Yeah? So, which looks like this. And maybe I should put my gloves on because I've cut my hand. But that's what the technique is, you see. So let me put my glove on and I'll explain it again. And you probably recognise this from one of my other videos, obviously. Like I said, this is a video of my favourite things. Well, I'm trying to get these on. Shouts out to my boy LB, Light Burley. Let's go defense. Shouts out to Buff Baker, Death from Below Baker, Steve Lott, Ray Lakin, Live Old Darren, Alexis, Emma, and Triple V3. Right, let's crack on with this. So as I've done, as I said before, I'm going to jab. Well, we're going to be slanting to the left. Going to slant to the left. Going to come up straight. Lead jab. But on the second jab, you can simultaneously slip left as you fire the second jab, and then do a lead home run hook, slip left, shuffle step left, and then triple, three rear home run uppercuts. Okay. So make sure I'm in camera. Yeah, so I'm slanting to my left, I come up straight, jab, and then as I do the second jab, I simultaneously slip left. Yeah, lead, home run hook, slip left, shuffle step left, 1, 2, 3, triple home run uppercuts. And that's how that one is done. and that's that one. Now, while I'm catching my breath, I'm going to let out a little secret here. If he's watching, I don't know if he watches my videos or not, but I do give him the opportunity. But what he doesn't know is the first ever thing I ever learnt about peekaboo style boxing was from a young chap. He was 17 years old, and his name was Dale from T6 Fight Club in Stoke-on-Trent. He doesn't know, but I actually took everything I first knew about peekaboo boxing, I watched him and I copied him, to be honest. When I didn't actually have much of a clue even what peekaboo boxing was, uh, basically, not a lot was working for me. I was struggling, but he had something that was working. So I took ideas from him so I could cope. Because the guys I was sparring with were brutal. They weren't the type of guys that would, you know, give a beginner a chance. They would just try to overwhelm the guy and take the piss with the guy. And so the guy would, you know, it's one of those situations where, you know, you haven't learnt anything. You've just been beat on, and the instructors said nothing. You know, so it wasn't really fair. But I learned something from Dale, and it worked for me. It worked for me, and for the first time I actually bashed back and had some success. So I say, if he's watching, I say thank you, Dale. You know, you helped me at a time where I really was struggling, and if it probably wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. But after I learnt this thing from Dale, there was my boxing instructor at the time was called Dave, and he took me aside and he said, Kyle, for your size and build, for your height and your build, you're a brawler style. You're a brawler style. You need to learn peekaboo. And would you believe I didn't even know what peekaboo was? I didn't know what it was. So at that point afterwards, after learning what I learned from Dale and then being told by Dave, my boxing coach at the time, I went on to YouTube and I typed in peekaboo, and the first thing I seen was Cus D'Amato, the late great Cus D'Amato, sparring in a silly sort of acting way with Muhammad Ali, and he's doing all this business with Ali, and it was the first ever thing I ever seen of actually knowing, coming up for the first time, finding out what the peekaboo actually was. And but like I say, Dale, he was doing peekaboo. He'd taken some ideas himself, so I did learn something from him. The first thing I actually learned, you wondering what the first thing I actually learned was? Now, when I say it, you'll probably say, I can't see how that works, but don't knock it till you try it, because it works like there's no tomorrow. What it was, the first thing I learned from Dale, very first thing that gave me back some control was rear cross, double jab, slip left, rear overhead. Yeah, I'm getting camera. So it was rear cross, double jab, and this is all going forwards. Yeah, slip left, rear overhead. Now, these days I do a rear tight overhead. I keep it, as you know, I keep it tight, and I slip left. I just let it, you know, just let it go forwards. Yeah. But back then I was swinging. I was swinging it round, which was working for me for a while until people started to figure out, or grab around it and grab that arm up. But then I kept my arm in, and nobody was able to grab it. So, but the original way I did it with my arm swinging looked like this, and it was powerful. But when I kept my arm in, it was. And then after that, yeah, putting the overhead in, I started letting hooks go. And the moment I started doing that, I was really overwhelming the person, because remember, I knocked him back with the overhead punch, and then I'm there banging in hooks, going boom, 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 having a whale of a time at the same time, and winning. And then I saw somebody do this thing where they throw a lead hook, a rear cross, lead hook, rear tight overhead punch. So I added that in as well. So after knocking him back and doing these hooks, I then put a cross in, hook, slip left, rear tight overhead punch, and that started to give me back some control, you see. Right, let's crack on. So I want to talk about the different things you can do with downward slips. Yeah, the different things you can do with the downward slips. Now, a downward slip is when someone throws a hook at your head. So say it's coming around it this way, a downward slip, and I let it go over my head. Now, you can either just shoot forward and let this rear hand go straight into his chin, like that, yeah? So the hook comes at my head, I downward slip, let it go over my head, and I shoot forward and bang that straight up into his chin, yeah? Yeah? Or I can shoot forward and hit with my lead hand instead. I can do that. Or I can do both of them together. So I could either go rear hand and then lead hand, or lead hand and then the rear hand. So if I do the downward slip, it goes over my head, I shoot forward, put the rear hand in, and then the lead hand. Or he throws the hook at my head, and I do the downward slip, it goes over my head, I come lead hand, yeah, rear hand into the jaw there. Now you could also do slip. You could also, after doing a downward slip and it goes over your head, yeah, you could then shuffle step to the left, as you've seen me do a lot of the time, and start doing these hooks, these hook things that you see me do. Yeah, so if the hook's coming at my head here, I can downward slip, then shuffle step to my left, and my head will come up just. My head would come up just enough for my arm to be able to reach across here. You see, to be able to hit around the outside here. Yeah, to do a rear home run hook, 2 of them or 1. Yeah. Downward slip, hook goes up over my head, shuffle step to the left, rear home run hook. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. Or instead of doing 2 rear home run hooks, I could go rear home run hook, lead home run hook, and then double rear home run hook. I could do it that way. Downward slip, yeah, shuffle step to the left, rear home run hook, lead home run hook, double rear home run hook. Yeah. So downward slip, yeah, like so, yeah. Like that. You could also, if you find your back on the ropes and he's right in front of you, like I'm in front of the camera right now, yeah. Say I had somebody in front of me, which is now me, yeah. All I would have to do is literally just slip left, shuffle step left. I'm now in a position to bang him on the side of his chin and knock him out. Yeah. So if I'm up close with the person right here, up close and personal, and my back is on the ropes here, yeah, my back is actually on the ropes, yeah, all I have, my legs are bent, all I've got to do is slip left, shuffle step left, and my head obviously comes over like this, comes over, boom, on the side here. You could do 1 shot or 2 shots, it's up to you. And again, you go rear, lead, rear, rear, if you choose. Yeah. And also you can do it on the other side as well. Yeah. So if my back's on the ropes, if my back is on the ropes, yeah, just slip to my right, shuffle step to my right, and lead home run hook, like so. Like so. And also with a downward slip, you can go to the right and do the same thing as you do on the left. So you downward slip, the hook comes over my head, which is coming around here. Yeah, it's coming around here. And it goes over my head. I shuffle step to my right. Yeah. Lead home run hook. and that covers the downward slips, you see. Okay, time's good. We're doing well. Don't want to put that on there. Let's have a drink. What's this? Double jab, slip left, move right. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, another thing I like to do is I'll be slanting to my left, and I'll come up straight, and I'll do 2 straight jabs in his face, then I'll slip left, and then I'll move right, at which point I can then work combinations. You probably already know what I'm talking about, yeah, because I've shown this quite a few times in some of my other videos, you see, yeah. So easy. I'm slanting to my left, I come up, I fire 2 jabs, and on the second one, like I said before, I slip left simultaneously as I throw the second jab, yeah, and as I slip left, I'm going to move to my right, but get to the side of him where you can't see the punches coming, yeah. So if I'm doing it in front of the back, jab, slip left, move right, and now at the side of him here, where you can't see the punches coming, but I mean here, you can see me, I'm right in front of him, he can hit me. Here, can't see the punches coming, yeah? So, I'm slanting to the left, I come up, jab, slip left and jab, yeah, then move right, move to my right. Yeah, and now in position we have to go rear body hook, lead home run hook, or I could do rear body hook, rear uppercut, lead home run hook. I could just go rear uppercut, rear uppercut, rear uppercut. Yeah. So I could again. I'm slanting to the left. I come up, jab, slip left and jab, move right. Get to the side of him where you can't see the punches coming, and do rear body up, lead home run hook, or rear body hook, rear uppercut, lead home run hook, or just firing rear uppercuts, about 3 of them, boom, 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 yeah. So it would look like this. Like that, you see. Yeah? It's getting a bit sore, that is. So I think you're getting the idea, and that's why that's one of my favourites, you see. It's quite nifty, gets you in quick. And obviously your legs are going to be bent as you're doing it. Keep your legs bent. So, I'm slanting to the left, jab, slip left and jab, yeah, then move to the right. Get to the side of him where you can't see the punches coming, and do your thing. Yeah? And that's that one. That's one of my favourite things. Twists. Let's do some twists. Now, for this one, yeah, or also imagining also this. Imagine you're in the corner. You're trapped in the corner. You're in the corner of the ring. Let's say you're in the corner of the ring, or you're in a corner. Yeah, or you're up close to the person, up close and personal. You're close. Yeah. Just twist left. So you're twisting around him. Rear uppercut, lead hook. Yeah? So you're in the corner, or you're up close to him, your legs are bent, twist to the left, rear uppercut, lead hook. Like so. That's one. Another one is, say you're on this side of him here, yeah, and you're tied up. You're tied up with each other. You know, he's got his arms wrapped around you, and you know you're in that tied up sort of thing. Just do a half twist, a full half, not a quarter twist, but a half twist around to the other side, like so, like this. Obviously, your legs have got to be bent. Keep your legs bent so this works. You see, that's what makes it work. Your legs have got to be bent. Yeah? And then you're now in position. You're now in position to lead uppercut, lead hook, rear cross. Yeah? So that's lead uppercut, lead hook, rear cross. So if you're all tied up and you're tied up like this, just do a half twist, lead uppercut, lead hook cross. Yeah? And you can also do it on the other side. So if you're tied up with him, you know, you're all tied up, just do a half twist, legs have got to be bent, half twist. And you're now on this side, rear uppercut, rear hook, lead straight punch. Yeah? So that's rear uppercut, rear hook, lead straight punch. And that's if you're all tied up with him on one side of him. Yeah? So that covers that. Springing. Another favourite thing of mine is the spring, aka wide stepping, stepping off to the right, shooting off to the right, wide step, spring, you know, S-P-I-N-G, spring, yeah. Now, many ways you can do this. You could say you've knocked him down and he's getting back up. You could start walking towards him with your guard up and then just spring off to the side. Now, if you don't know what springing and wide stepping is, watch my lesson on it. It tells you exactly what it is. But you could, you know, he's on the floor and he's getting back up, so you start walking towards him, and you just spring off to the right side, and then slip left and rear home run hook, lead home run up, rear home run hook, lead home run hook, like so. You see, so he's getting back up off the floor, so you start walking towards him, and like so. You could do that. Another thing is, you could slant to the right and fire a jab, then spring off to the right. Yeah? Or you could double jab it and then spring off to the right. Yeah? So I'm slanting to my right, I jab or I double jab, then spring off to the right. Okay? At which point I can either do what I did before, slip left, rear home run hook, lead home run hook, rear home run hook, or I could just do rear cross, lead hook, rear cross, lead hook. Okay? Yeah, rear cross, lead hook, rear cross, lead hook. But with the hooks, doing it with the hooks. Yeah, you could do that. You could also do the lead shovel hook and then spring to the left and then come firing in the lead home run hook and then the rear home run hook, as you've seen me do in lesson 14 and possibly lesson 2, or was that lesson 3? So yeah, so let's get around this side. Right. Lead shovel hook. Yeah? Lead shovel hook. Spring left. because you're already low, yeah. Because when you do this, it brings you down to the ground anyway, and your legs are bent. It doesn't matter if he throws a hook here, you'll go underneath it. So spring to the left. Now come in with the lead and then rear home and hook. You see. Yeah, so that's that one, yeah? Lead, shovel hook, spring left, come back with the lead and the rear home run hook, yeah? Okay, so that's that one. One more twist move that I forgot to mention was you slang to the right, you fire the lead jab, and then just twist right, and then to lead hook, rear hook. It's quite nifty, yeah? So I'm slanting to my right, I fire the lead jab, then just twist right, then lead hook, rear hook. And you could double jab that if you like. Yeah? So there's that one. So I've done springs left or right, so I've covered that. Oh boy. Slip and roll left and one slip, move right. Yep, okay. Here's another one of my favourite ones. Got to watch the time. Hope you're enjoying this. Oh, and a shout out to my cousin Amy, who and her brothers, who are also my cousins. Yeah, they usually watch these things. Watching their cousin do his peekaboo. So, hey cuz. And I think it's Oliver. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I've been forced to slip to my right. Yeah, we've done all this sort of thing, but you've not been able to go back to the left, or you just find yourself forced to slip to your right. What you do, roll to the left, lead, home run hook, rear home run hook, and then tight, normal, square kind of thing, lead, sharp hook, yeah, a nice tight shot, yeah, and use the bottom mechanics that I explained in lesson 2, okay, so 2, and then after you fire this hook, slip left and move right, and then you're in position to do all that body stuff that I showed before when I did slip left and move right on the other one, where I did double jab, slip left, move right, same sort of thing. So you've been forced for some reason to slip right, yeah? So you've been forced to slip right, roll left, lead home run hook, rear home run hook, tight lead hook, snap it in, yeah, snap it in, slip left off of that, after doing that tight hook, move right, then start working whatever. So on here, slip right, roll left, lead home run hook, rear home run hook, tight lead hook, slip left off that tight hook, move right, and then whatever you choose to do. Yeah? Slip right, roll left, lead home run hook, rear home run hook, tight slip left off that tight hook, move right, do your thing. Whatever it is you choose to do. And that's that one. That's one of my favourite things. Check the time. Okay, here's one of my other favourite things. Yeah, the 581. What I like to do is when I'm up close, however I get there, say I'm already up close, I'll be slanting to the left or I'm on the left side of him, yeah, where I'm in front of him, but I slip to just enough to the left so I can actually hit a lead body hook on the left, yeah. And then I do a rear home run hook, and as his head's coming down this way, I catch it with a lead home run hook, yeah. So as you can see, I've done this to get slightly to the side so I can hit with a lead body hook, then a rear home run hook, and as the head's coming down this way from the shot of the rear home run hook, catch him on the way up with the lead home run hook, yeah. Yeah, like that. And also you could do it off from a slanting right double jab, and then move into the left where you can't see the punches coming. Double jab it. You could do it that way. Yeah. And that's another one of my favourite things to do. Just looking at the time because it is ticking. Right. 7, 6, 1, 8 plus 7. Don't understand that. 7, 6 plus 2, 7, 7 forward and then tighten. Don't understand that. Foot left hand, don't understand that. Oh, yeah, okay. Two last ones. When in doubt, say he's bashing in or hooks it at your head, or you're from a distance, or you're in front of him, literally just slip left and you know, do it sort of diagonal so you can bring power into it. Rear home run hook, grazing the outside of his chin. It's quick, it's powerful, you can see it coming, and he's distracted by this movement with your head. So he sees your head move, but doesn't see this coming around the other side, on the outside when he's looking here. You can see this here. Boom. Yeah? Like that. You see? So, slip left diagonal forward, catching his attention here, and from the outside here, where he's not looking, raise the outside of his chin, knocking him out. Yeah. You could also do this off a lead lazy hand punch. Yeah. So you'll slant to the right, obviously. I put the lead lazy hand punch in. Yeah. The lead lazy hand punch, which looks like that. Then slip left, and again move diagonally to the left, putting that rear home run hook. Yeah. So. And that's that one. Right, and that's what I'm going to show you for today. I have to quickly turn this off now before it says 1 hour, or it's going to give me grief. But hey, I hope that's helped you a bit. That's a few of Kyle's favourite things, and obviously the thing at the beginning, that's a new thing, but some of Kyle's favourite things there. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you again next time on Peekaboo Style Boxing.